In this video, we show you the viewers a guide to anyone who is starting camping. Packed with tips and tricks, this video is sure to leave you keen on getting started. So without further ado, let's see what we have to show you. Alrighty guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about camping modifications slash camping things that you yourself might possibly need if you're a beginner or just looking for a bit of inspiration as to what you might need for camping. Now this is not going to be about four-wheel driving, about what four-wheel drive things you need. This is mainly about camping. We will be doing a four-wheel drive specific one later on down the track, but for now it's just a beginner's camping guide to what stuff you might need. Righto, so let's jump straight into it. Alrighty guys, so first thing that I reckon that you might need camping is one of these. Now, you may be wondering, what is this said item? Yes, well, we rip it out of the packaging. These are relatively inexpensive. This is just a BCF one, 50 bucks. Very cheap if you ask me. And it's all you need. That is camping chair. Now all you have to do is rip it open and you're done. It's got everything you need. Pouch on the side, little cup holder, and it's what you need. What I think you need when going camping. Because what's more worse than having to stand and enjoy your awesome dinner? Which brings me on to my second point. What are you gonna use to cook on? Obviously you could use a tray like one of these, but if you're a Wagon, which we'll get to later, you get one of these. Relatively inexpensive as well. This is a Kmart folding table. Very cheap as well, very easy to set up. Pretty much all you do, you get 4 poles, like these. They're all connected to each other, and you get one of these, and one of these. Now, very simple. Open up this, take your first pole, line it up with a hole, click, line it up with a second hole, click. Once again, flick, flick, easy as. And we grab our 2 ends, and there you go. You pretty much got your table and chair ready to go. Perfect way to eat, cook, and all of that. Which brings me on to my next thing. So you got your table, you got your chair, you're ready to start eating, you're ready to start cooking. But what's the next best thing I reckon you should personally get? One of these and one of these. These both, once again, relatively inexpensive. You don't have to spend all the big bucks to go camping. Very simple. Gas cooker. Now this one has been well used for sure, but it's very simple. Some of them you can get with a plate. You can get double burners if you really want, but personally I found that one has done the trick just fine. And you may be wondering what's in this bag. It's from King's. So it's up. And the verdict is pots and pan set. This thing is an absolute game changer. I found that this actually heats just as quickly as your normal pans, and it retains that heat just like a cast iron does, which is very good. And it's got one of these handles. Pretty much you click it on. There you go. Move it around, and when you're done, you just unlock it and press the button. Then you can go to your pan, put it on. There you go. Once you're done, swap it over. It's very simple and it works, and it's not too expensive. You can get these when they're on sale or whenever. whatever suits you. But these overall are really good, absolute game changer. I highly recommend. One thing you don't want to forget is these bad boys right here. The old butane. I haven't gone on a trip yet where I've forgotten, but I can say it's probably gonna be a crappy camp night without having one of these. So make sure you bring pack. There you go. You can get 6 packs of these from anywhere. BCF, Anaconda, even Kmart. So definitely make sure you have enough. Next thing, and I personally suffered from this. Your cooking utensils. Now, I have been without the old tongs for quite some time, and trust me, it's an absolute nightmare not having these. Having the old kitchen tongs has saved me after I got them. Comes with a free pack, $1 each, $3 for free cooking tongs. Four kitchen tongs for $4. You can't beat that. And then you can get these kicks from Kmart. These are from Kmart, like relatively simple. Like this is gonna save you with this. Like having all of this together personally would help a lot. You can use paper plates. You don't have to use stuff like this. You don't have to go out and spend this. I just did it because it was just there. I thought I might need it. I don't actually need it. You can easily go to the shops, get yourself some plastic plates, use them once, throw them out, easy cleanup. Don't have to waste too much water. Which brings me on to my next thing. Cooking your meal, you're having a good time. And you notice, bzz, bzz, you hear some insects. You're gonna need to get rid of them. Morsey coils, which I don't have at the moment, and some of this, the good old air guard. Definitely invest in some of this. It's gonna save your trip. It's gonna make sure you have a good time without worrying about those pesky little bugs. Definitely invest. It's getting dark. It's getting very dark. You need that light. I definitely suggest investing in one of these, or definitely invest in either one of these or King's light stick. Definitely could save your bacon if you don't have like a power source for this. Just use a King's light stick. You can stick them around. They have a magnetic base. Definitely something to invest in. But anyway, this is a Dachi LED light strip. It's 1.2 meters long. It's got, what do you call, a bar for the middle where you can stick it on your awning. Both sides, you can hook it on. It's definitely something good. It's got nice long cable, and it's got orange and white mode. You can also adjust the brightness in it. So it's really nice. Just a nice bit of luxury you can add. You don't have to have this. You can easily get away with a light stick. I've done it plenty of times before, but this is just a little recommendation. Little one step if you decide you need a bit more lighting for your awning. Which brings me on to my next thing. Now, this is something you really don't need. You can easily get away with using a gazebo, but something to keep you under cover during the rainy season, or from the sun when you arrived into camp early. But awning is something definitely that you could invest in as well. Don't have to, but I personally found it quite nice way to keep yourself undercover. Your mates are gonna love ya. It's gotta be good. And they're relatively inexpensive. Mine's an XTM. I got it for like $150. Plus, it came with all the fitting, all the brackets, everything. That's it. You literally plug and play as long as you have roof bars. Now, if the roof bars are gonna set you a bit, I'm lucky mine came with roof bars. But don't have to. Just something you can think about doing. Which brings me on to my next thing. So, you finished eating, you finish chilling by the campfire. You're gonna want to sleep. Which brings me on to my next thing, a swag. Now, a swag is an invaluable tool at the campsite. Now, this is a double XTM swag. I've had it for over a year, coming up to 2 years actually, and it's been the best camping tool I've ever bought. You can simply take it out, set it up, use it anywhere. It's a valuable tool. Now, you can get single ones if you don't need all this double space, or if it's just you, definitely get away with a single one. I personally would go spend a little bit extra. Actually, don't know the price between X. There you go, same price. I would personally choose XTM only because the bag as well, it's a lot better quality when putting it away. Now, the bag does cost extra. You can easily get away with just using the swag, but it definitely helps when you're going like through the rainy season, or like getting dust or sand all over your swag. This definitely helps, and it's a lot better quality than the King's one I found. But yeah, definitely invest in a swag, whether that be a single or a double. Something you can look into. Now, one of the last things, you need to think about safety when you're going out bush, because safety never takes a holiday. That is, my friends, one of these. This is the Survival First Aid Safety Kit. Now, you can pick this up from any of your local King's dealerships, or pretty much anywhere. I just like this one because it's got everything you need. Walk you through it. So, it's got, once you open her up, it's got literally everything you need. It pretty much walks you through everything you might need. Eye pads, non-adhesive wounds, combined dressings, wound closures. See all this. Personal, everything you need. This was the most expensive one they had, but I personally would never take a break on safety. Always think about that. Because you could be in the middle of bum hell nowhere. You need at least something to get you by. I definitely would choose something like this. And the very last thing that I have for you is rubbish bags. Rubbish bags are invaluable. You need to have rubbish bags, especially when you arrive at a campsite and some lowlife hasn't put away their rubbish. That's why definitely make sure you have bags. You can leave them in the back seat of your car, literally. Just don't forget about these. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. That's pretty much my setup. Pretty simple, nothing more, nothing less. I'm pretty happy with it for now, but I could be adding more things, but this is pretty much all I need. It's simple, and hopefully it helps you guys. So now we're gonna find out what a wagon perspective looks like. A nice simple wagon perspective. I reckon you're gonna like it, because not everyone has a ute. Some people have GUs, cruisers. So we're gonna have a look at a wagon. Pass it over to Tom.
Guys, so as you saw before, Xavier talking about his ute setup with the big Luxie. Well, that's very good. And like he said, not everyone's got a ute. You know, some people like me where they got the wagon life, you know. That's all well and good. That's why we're covering both. So, you caught me at just the right time. I just finished resetting it up. There's a few ways you can go about setting up a wagon, really. You can go about, you know, just even nothing and just, you know, stack your stuff in there and off you go. Very simple. You can do this setup where you got just a single drawer in your fridge slot, even just a single drawer and then just open space. Or, if you come with me, you can see the old setup that I used to have, where you can go a twin drill. That's what used to be in there. I just decided to change that just to simplify stuff and just suits what I want to do better. But you know, you got your different ways. You can even stack the drawers. You can have like, you know, 2 or 3 drawers here or whatever you can do. Wagons, almost just as customizable as a ute if you bloody try hard enough. So anyways, enough rambling on about what we take camping. So for me personally, we'll start in here. Actually, no, we won't. Come back to that one. Got the swag, double swag. Same one as Xavier, the old XTM double swag. I've had this one for about 4 years now. Going on about 4 years. Once again, got the swag bag too. As you can see, she has been used a bit, but very good. And look, they're about pretty well the same price as a King's one, so it's pretty much whether you want to go King's or XTM, what do you want? It pretty much just comes down to what colour you want, really. So that's all well and good. Over here, got ourselves the old camping chair. This is just a Wanderer one from BCF. I've had this for ages, possibly even before I was born, honestly. Probably not, but yeah, it's just very simple, very easy to, you know, pack away and use. Xavier already showed you how to set it up. It's the exact same as his, so that's all well and good. Now, one thing that Xavier didn't show you, water. So whether you even got dishes or even just general drinking water or something like that, it's always good to carry something. It doesn't have to be a water jerry. I've used other water canisters before. Anything that can hold water. I just went this one just so that it's a bit easier to pack in, and it's also 20 litres pretty well. Or is it 22 litres? There you go. Now this one is food grade, so you can fill it up and you can drink out of it, so that makes it really good. And yeah, nice and light and easy to store away, as you can see, fitted right there in that little gap there. But yeah, it's always good to bring some sort of water with you, because even worst case, I usually use this for dishes, because if you look on the lid here, it has a tap that you just screw into the bottom there, take that bung out and screw that in. So you can use that I mainly use it for washing dishes and all sorts. But even then, worst case, if I run out of normal drinking water out of my drink bottle, I can easily enough fill up the drink bottle or just drink out of this, because it's food grade. So that makes it really good. So that's something I'd personally recommend bringing, is some sort of water, because it's very, very valuable and very useful. Another thing Xavier didn't go on about, everyone loves a nice cold beverage at the end of a hard day of full driving and getting to camp. So there's 2 ways you can go about this. I have the old fridge here. This one's a bit overkill. This is just one that the old man had lying around for a while. This is a Wagon CFX 110, so 110 litre fridge. So, you know, very useful. This one, I don't have it in at the moment, but you can put a divider in and make it a fridge freezer. But I just don't need the freezer compartment. I can pretty much just do it as a fridge. This is definitely overkill for the camping, sort of camping we do. It's definitely a lot bigger. You could probably, honestly, most people could do with like a 40 to 60 litre fridge, really. So, but this is just what I had lying around. And the slide also as well, which is for that. That makes it very helpful and useful. Now, the other way you could go about it is the old esky. Now, this is the good old Dometic esky. I bought this one probably about 3-4 years ago. The old, was it? Dometic Cool Ice 70. So it's about a 70 litre esky. This was more than enough for our trips, I found. This is what I always used to use until I managed to get my hands on the fridge. And this thing did just as well. It's nice thick insulation, and you chuck ice in there, it lasts about 2 days, really, 2-3 days, which is more than enough for the trips we do at the moment. So, but you could go about this. This is how most people usually do it. This is probably the best way to get into it, honestly. And these ones, this is actually pretty cool, because I got this from BCF. You could go in there, you can get your little dividers, so you can sort of help divide stuff up. You could probably honestly get baskets too, I think. And you can get little cup holders that go on the side or rod holders. These are very customizable, these ones. But yeah, I do highly recommend, if you don't have the provisions to go for a fridge, I definitely recommend the old Esky. Got to keep your bevies cold somehow. Got to keep those beers nice and cool. And the old Esky can do it just as fine. Or if you want and you have the provisions, go a fridge. So either, you know, whatever's your cup of tea. Next thing on the camping list, we come into the drawer. So Xavier had his fold-out table. I normally carry a big fold-out table too, that would usually slip up in here. But due to the fact that I'm always, that like we 9 times out of 10 we're always traveling together, or even then, with this new setup, I've got a drawer table that came with the drawer. So you just pretty much fold it onto there and boom. Perfect spot to cut and stuff. It's really good height as well. So that means that I don't have to carry a table, because at the end of the day, I think personally, you should try and carry as little as possible. So then it keeps your car light, and like, you know, then you end up using less fuel, and that means less money you're spending, more money to spend on cold beers. Priorities, okay? Right, so coming to the drawer here. Got the old stubby cooler. That is a necessity. I could not recommend one enough. Very good. Now we come down into here. We got camp lighting. So I usually carry a head torch around with me. This one's a bit of a flash one, but you know, it's one of the cheapest ones I saw at BCF. They're very handy to have when you're walking away from site or you're going to the toilet in the middle of the night. Now, Xavier did mention these, and this is what I still rock, is the old Adventure King stick lights. I carry 2. They're very handy because you can easily enough just stick it right there, turn it on, and boom. Nice light at night at camp. Makes it very good and just makes it really nice. Now, I got this one, which once again, just found in the old man's shed. Not sure if it works too well. Probably can get rid of that, honestly. Oop. It's motion activated. Oh, no, there we go. We got it working. That one's also a very good light to have. Now, also something else, an axe. So, with your firewood, you want to be able to split it, so then you can put it into the fire so you're not over fueling it. This one, she probably needs the head tightened up or something, but this is very good to have. This is nice and small, so it makes it very easy to fit into the drawer. I've got here, I'm a bit old school, I've just got the cast iron frying pan. Still works just as good, so, you know, nice and big, round. I definitely am looking at investing in Zave's setup with those new ones, with the little attachable ones. They're very good, because then you can do a bit more. This one, you're kind of stuck with just doing your burgers and sausages and that. But yeah, this still does the job. You know, it's very good at cooking, very simple, cheap, nice and affordable. All of this is very cheap and affordable, you know. You can get it from any of your outdoor stores pretty much. Right, so if you got drawers, a very good investment is these clear top bags. You can still see in what's in there, and it keeps it all nice and divided. It's almost like having dividers in your drawers nearly, sort of thing. It helps out a lot. So we open this one up. So in this one, the old Mozzie repellent, can't go anywhere without that. Got me old gas canisters for the gas cooker, which, as you can see, got this one here. Just a nice, cheap, affordable one, pretty well the same as Xavier's. Just the old, if I can get this open, just the old single burner, nothing special. And like he said, you know, you can get your flash double burners and all sorts, but you don't really need that. You can really just do with that. Or if you really wanted to go old school, you can get the old barbecue plate and set that over the fire and cook stuff. That makes it that's really fun, that is. Paper towels. If you got dishes and stuff and you want to clean, paper towels and the old bloody dish detergent, very useful to have, you know. It's very handy and easy to have and store away. And then a lighter. That's the next thing. Very cheap and affordable to get a lighter. Hence how you light your campfires at night. And plastic bags, actually, just your normal plastic bags, I've found have actually come in very handy. for storing stuff, like your cutlery, or you know, if you have leftovers at dinner, you can put them in there, chuck them in the fridge, and you're not going to get all oil and stuff like that in your fridge or your esky and mess it all up and stink it out. Helps out a lot. Right, so that's what's in that clear top bag. Got one more to show you. So this is the other one. These aren't really specific clear tops. These are just more or less just the store stuff, whatever fits. So once again, I got your cups, good pair of tongs, you know, whatever you can get really. I like those ones. Keeps your hands far away from the heat and everything, less chance of burning. Of course, all your cutlery and pack of tissues also work if you run out of paper towels. I've had that happen before. Very handy. Or if you get a runny nose on the trip, very good to have. Once again, more camp cutlery. Good. Those are good for your burgers, burger patties and stuff. Don't need it, but it's still good to have. And your plates, of course. And of course, like Xav said, very importantly, your first aid kit. Pretty well the same. This might have a little bit less than what Xavier has. It's not as big, but still gets the job done at the end of the day. So yeah, like that's pretty well, that's pretty much what I carry along camping wise. Still very simple setup, very lightweight. That's why I could not recommend that enough. Try and carry as minimal as possible. Only carry what you need. Don't try and carry excess. I constantly go through this setup and filter out what I do and don't need. Excuse me, because to keep it light and just simple and easy. The less you have, the simpler and easier it's going to be, the more you're going to enjoy your camping trip because you're not fucking going through all that rubbish that you don't need. And yeah, it just makes for a better time. And you're saving money at the end because you're getting less stuff. So, but that's what I have in this setup. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Hope you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you see all these videos going out weekly. We got some absolute fantastic stuff coming for you, I tell you. Shit, Xavier's channel is just amazing. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.